Hey Android fans, this is Eric from hollywoodfrodo.com with another Android app review, kind of, sort of. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to do something really cool using two different apps. Right before I get to that, just want to remind you that this review is sponsored by AndyTags.com. AndyTags is the best place on the internet to get really cool NFC tags, NFC keychains, or if you have no idea what NFC is, then you can find out. You can get NFC app recommendations and learn all the cool things you can do with it. So head over to AndyTags.com after the review. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to show you how you can use your camera app. Probably your built-in camera app has what you need, or if not, you can use one of the third-party camera apps along with GIF Camera. You could use any GIF app, but I think GIF Camera is the best. And you can create sort of a 3D GIF picture, or you might want to call it a 360 picture, but not a panorama picture, which also can be referred to as 360. It's kind of the opposite, or the inverse of a panorama picture. Anyway, I can show you much better than I can explain it to you. So let's hop on my phone. I'm going to do my best to demonstrate how you would set this up and show you the effect that you get and the cool results. So here we are on my phone, and this is going to be difficult. The most difficult reviews to do are reviews of camera apps, because trying to video using a camera is difficult. But I'm going to try to show you how to do this. So obviously I just have my camera app here, and I turned on the grids, and you can use any camera app to get this effect. You just need to turn on your grids so you can line things up. So basically you start on the left with a left angled view and pick a way to line it up. So right now I have the top horizontal line lined up with the top of the cup, and I have the cup in the dead center of the box. So I'm going to take my first picture. Then I'm going to move slightly to the right, line it up the same way, take my second picture. Slightly to the right, line it up the same way, take my next picture. Move slightly to the right again, line it up the same way, take my next picture. Slightly to the right again, probably going off camera right now, but you can kind of see, and take my next picture. Now you could continue doing this with however many pictures you want to do, but those are all the pictures that I'm doing it with. And just to show you how you get this effect. And so now we're going to hop on my phone in a different setup so I can show you what to do once you've taken those pictures. So now we're in the app GIF Camera, as you can see. So I'm going to press the From Local button, and you'll see it brings up all my pictures. You can tell I've been playing with this probably. And basically you pick the pictures that you want. You pick them in the order you want them to show. So you'll pick them in the same order you took them, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see with GIF Camera, as you tap them, it places a number on them so you know what order you're playing them in. And then we're going to click Done. And it creates a GIF. Now, if you look at this, once it focuses in, come on camera, there you go. You can see how the cup in the center stays basically in the center. I didn't do a great job because I was taking pictures around my video camera, but as it stays in the center, but you shift your focus, it's somewhat three-dimensional as you see things around it. Now in GIF Animator you can speed things up or slow them down. So there it is sped up. And of course you could do a you could do an entire 360 with this, or you can do whatever, however many you want, however much of the background you want to cover. But it's pretty cool. Also, one thing you'll notice is the more you take, so in other words, if you take one and you just move a little bit and take another one, move a little bit, take another one, then you get a smoother flow. Obviously, the more you move and shift to take the next picture, the little bit more of a jump it is. So it just depends on how you want to do it. Some people might say, well, couldn't you just do this with a video, take a video and then turn that into a GIF? And of course you can, but what's harder about that is keeping that person while you're doing the video, keeping them in the, or whatever object, in the dead center where you want it to be. Whereas if you do it with a camera and you use the grid and you take your time, you can get some really cool effects with this. So using GIF Camera, basically when you're done, you just, once you set how fast you want it to go, which that's kind of crazy right there, slow it down a bit, but you can see kind of that three-dimensional effect, and especially if you went further, did like a 180, it'd be pretty cool because you're getting all your surroundings, but with the person staying, in the center. But when you're done, you got it how you want it. You click Save, and it'll generate the GIF. So you can share it to Facebook and stuff automatically on here, but you don't have to do that. If you just go to your home screen and go to your album, it will be in there. Let's see if I can find it. There we go, under GIF. And then if your phone can play GIFs, which the Samsung does, then you can bring it up. And you see, it just gives a really cool kind of 3D/360 effect simply by using your phone's camera or any camera app that has a grid, and taking your time to line it up and then putting it together using the app GIF Camera. That is how you create a 360/3D animated GIF using any camera app with a grid and GIF Camera app to create the animated GIF. And as you can see, it just creates a cool sort of three-dimensional view in terms of being able to see not just a person and one background, but seeing what's completely surrounding the person. So whereas panorama pictures, you stand in the center and take a picture all the way around, with this you're going all the way around a center object. So it kind of gives a cool effect, and there are a couple of apps that sort of try to do this on their own using overlays, which is a brilliant idea, but they just don't work. Basically, you take one picture and then you see that transparency of that picture over your next picture, so you can line them up. But the problem is, for whatever reason, at least on my phone, the transparency gets compressed, so it's not the actual size. So then you can't line things up, so it doesn't work. And I was trying to get this effect using one of those apps, and it wasn't working, and that's when I sort of figured out, wait a second, I can do this myself just using a grid and using those lines and lining things up, and it actually turned out much better. So until someone comes up with a better way to create an app to do it using transparent overlays of the previous photo, this is the best way. And it's simple, and you already have the camera, so all you need is the get GIF Camera, and you can put it together and get cool three-dimensionalized, I think I just made that word up, pictures to share with friends and family. Anyway, that's it for this review, or tip, I guess you would call this a tip. If you like it, click the like button. If you have friends and family that you think would love to hear this idea and see how to do it so they can do it themselves, then share this with them on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Reddit, whatever. There's a million different social buttons down there you can use to do that. And subscribe to my channel if you want to keep up with other reviews and tips and other series that I'm going to be doing, then you can subscribe. Anyway, that's it. Until next time, this is Eric, reminding you that your Android phone is only going to be as good as you make it.